Guys, so welcome back. So I'm just kind of making this video for anybody new to my channel. I just want everyone to know kind of what this channel represents and where it came from. So I have my own personal story when it comes to chronic health issues and diseases, and I've totally healed from them. And so I just want to share this with you guys because honestly, I'm just really passionate about it. And I just want to help others find their way. If it means them taking a similar path that I did, then I want to get it out there. So just kind of a short story. I'm not going to go into all the detail, but when I was young, I actually didn't have very many health conditions. But one day in high school, I was actually searching for a prom dress, and I had this really awful pain in my back, and I ended up in the emergency room. And hold on a second, this camera is not, hold on, this thing is kind of, so from that point on, I had kidney stones year after year after year without ever figuring out what was behind them, what was the cause. And I actually was a vegetarian for 7 years, and then when I met my husband, I started eating meat again, and that's really when the bulk of my health conditions really started. I started developing pain and nausea, and the pain would actually bring on the nausea, but it was so bad that it was really and truly disabling. I wasn't able to perform certain things. Running was uncomfortable. Walking was even uncomfortable. It got to the point where I was in massage school doing clinicals, and I wasn't even sure if I could finish the clinicals because there were times I just couldn't stand up. And I didn't realize it at the time, but it was specifically after I would eat. It took a while for me to realize that. And I went on this search, and in researching and learning, I was also visiting doctors, and I was so desperate that I decided I was going to get surgery, and that maybe surgery was the cure-all. Maybe I would be 100% after. So I did the surgery. I actually paid out of pocket because I didn't have insurance. And not only did I not have any relief, but the medication they put me on after was Lupron Depo-Provera, which I later found out was a form of testicular chemotherapy. It made me go into menopause. It caused memory loss. So many symptoms from that drug. Bipolar. I felt bipolar. I started taking Prozac. And it was kind of a domino effect after that. It just kept getting worse. And so that's when I started researching even more. I found people like myself, and I basically had a bunch of recommendations to follow a whole food plant-based diet. So at a health food grocery store in Gatlinburg, I met a lady who recommended forks over knives, and that's really when it took off. I started, before that, I had actually tried several different diets, paleo, keto. I had done like all organic, free range, grass-fed, and although it did help cutting out the processed junk food, I still had brain fog. I still had water retention, bloating, really bad gas. And so I watched Forks Over Knives, and I decided to give it a go. Even though I totally felt like it was hopeless, I did it. And honestly, I decided I was going to do it for a good season, a good amount of time. And I did, and I started feeling a lot better. I did have to take HCL betaine capsules in the beginning because I wasn't able to handle like legumes and beans very well without it upsetting my stomach or causing bloating, constipation. So I started eating this way, and all my pain started going away. Now in the beginning, I was eating a lot of fruits and vegetables and juices, smoothies, salads, a lot of oats, and as I began to feel better, I started eating more avocados and nut butters and coconut and fatty foods. I started eating fruit with fats, which is a really big no-no. You're sending your body two totally different messages. And so I started developing insulin resistance. So I started seeing all of my initial issues go away. So endometriosis, stage 4, cervical cell proliferation, gone. At least I wasn't having symptoms from it. No more kidney stones, no more pain, no more brain fog, no more UTIs. I initially was struggling with body odor when I was dealing with endometriosis, and that also went away. And so I attributed that to eating cleaner. And it wasn't really until one day after eating a higher fat, whole food plant-based diet, I woke up and realized that my skin had changed. I just noticed it specifically that day. It was really oily. My pores were really, really big. And I started developing cystic acne, which I had never had before. And at times I would have 1 to 2, 3, 4, 5 cysts on my face. Really big, like huge bumps on my face, and they were painful. And that's confusing, right? Because I'm trying to heal my body from past issues, and then new ones are showing up. And I'm doing what everybody's told me to do, and I'm eating cleaner than I've ever eaten. And I'm eating a whole foods diet. I'm totally taking out processed junk food. And then I started researching and Googling yet again, and I found Dr. John Mcdougall. He's an amazing man. And I started following people who also had my experience and reversed it with a low-fat plant-based diet. I also found other healers such as Medical Medium, who also believes that in order to truly heal, you need to implement a low-fat plant-based diet with specific no foods. And I kind of was learning all of this at once, and I overall just kind of combined them. And so I started implementing a low-fat plant-based diet. And it was about 6 weeks before I started seeing some serious drastic differences in my face and the oiliness and the pores, but it did indeed start getting better. It was improving. So I stuck with it. And I basically cut out all overt fats, all nuts, seeds, coconut, avocados, olives. Tofu is actually higher in fat, so I cut that out. And I really centered the bulk of my diet on fruits, vegetables, both starchy and non-starchy, legumes, and whole grains. And I just ate that way. And I also ate half of my plate non-starchy vegetables, and then the other half starchy, because I was also trying to lose and maintain weight. So I had so many different things going on, but ultimately at the end of the day, here I am without any current standing health conditions, telling you about it so that you know, and maybe you know someone struggling with those things, or maybe even different things. But because of this lifestyle, it's connected me to people in this community who have had many, many different ailments and diseases, rheumatoid arthritis, lupus, stage 4 colon cancer, pancreatic cancer, even people that have mystery illnesses, type 2 diabetes, acne. And so it's been really empowering watching these people totally take back their health and become empowered, because that's really what it is when you realize that you can heal from something and you don't have to just accept this, that it's just genetics, or it's just your situation, or because your parents had it, then you're likely to get it as well. It kind of blows all of that out of the water and gives you back that power to make changes. And it's really, really beautiful. So I hope you continue watching videos and supporting. Definitely subscribe, and I'll be sharing more. So thanks for coming and tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video.